Alright, so I'm back, and I know I'm right in the middle of Grimlock week and all, I will try and post the Classics Grimlock later today, but I just got this guy in the mail, so I felt he was a little bit more important than continue with Theme Week. Uninterrupted, anyway. So this is Warbotron, their second offering, Heavy Noise, aka Brawl. And yeah, there he is in his tank mode. Really nice tank mode. I actually really like this. There's a slight issue. It's not really connected in there, the turret. It's got a 5mm port that's holding it on. So if you kind of wiggle it out, then you can move the turret all the way around. But the further you have it in, the less it moves. So just know that. That's one issue. The other issue is it doesn't have any wheels. Usually, even with the treads, they'll have like little wheels here and there. But he doesn't have those, so it doesn't roll. He's stationary. Cannon does move up and down, so there's that. This piece does bend as well, so it's more for robot mode. But yeah, all in all, it's a really nice tank. I'm pleasantly surprised with this tank. Brawl is my favorite of the Combaticons, so this was a must-have for me. Plus, you know, what with the failure of Blast Off, I felt I wanted to give Warbotron one more chance because this was their first offering. This guy, so I want to see if they can improve. And the tank mode, I think, really does show that they have. So yeah, nothing really else to show off in this mode. So let's go ahead and get him into robot mode. So to start, you want to pull the turret off. And I'm not a huge fan of parts forming, but for this particular one, it actually, because this turns into a gun, it's okay. I'll forgive it for that. And what you want to do here is kind of what I like to do. Just kind of helps out is if you take the chest piece and kind of start moving it up. Sorry. First, you want to pull these pieces out like this. They're little hooks on them that slot into the bottom treads that lock it into place. So first thing you want to do, slide those out. Sorry, that's my fault. And then you can just port them in on the sides, and they hold pretty well on the sides. And then you can take this whole assembly and just start lifting it up. As you lift it up, it pulls the arms out of the cavity in here. That's the easiest way to get them back in, is just kind of angle them and then just kind of start pushing this together like this. Just kind of, it's almost like an automorph gimmick, but not quite. So you just kind of slide that up, and there you go. Then you want to take this piece here and pull this out. There's two ports right here and here that plug into these two holes right there and there. And fold this up. Now, real quick while I'm here, this piece and this piece and this piece and this piece, they were separate. You just put them in. That is very TFC Toys-esque, which makes me think that maybe these are the same company after all. I know I was kind of not saying that I don't think it is, but these pieces ported in just the same exact way to hide up those gaps, and they're the only ones that really shown doing that. Anyway, so then you take the whole, you want to fold this panel up like so, just like that, and then rotate the split the leg, so make things easier. Then you rotate the leg all the way around, and then when you're about halfway, you can then take the this piece here, and he rotates around like so. Then finish unfolding the leg. Take this panel right here, and this folds down, and it just fills in that gap in the back. Really nice. I like that. Fold the foot forward, fold back the heel spur, and there you have his foot. Do the same thing on this side. Just like so. Just like so. And there you have his feet. And then you rotate the arms down. You can flip the head up, rotate this around, and then take this piece here, and it just kind of slots in just like so. And it holds pretty well in there. I mean, it doesn't actually lock, but it holds fairly well. Now this is the one part that I really have a pain with. You gotta take the arms here and extend them down. And it's just, they are really, really tight joints. They are so tight that I'm having a really hard time getting them out. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I still haven't gotten them. But they slide down is what they're supposed to do. And like I said, they're just really not wanting to move. I'm going to pause this for a second and find a tool. Okay, so we got this little universal tool thing. I'm going to try and pry this. There we go. Like so. And then, like I said, this thing just locks in there so well. You're probably going to need to get something to wedge in there. Just to let you know. But once you get it started, it moves pretty smoothly. And then you take these little panels here and just slide these down, and they form extra heel spurs. I mean, you can see he's got heels and he's got the toe, but this adds just more support to him. And there you go. There is Heavy Tread, or not Heavy Tread, Heavy Noise Brawl in robot mode, and he looks great. And I am kind of a stickler with Brawl. I'm tired of seeing like the arm cannons or the back cannons become arm cannons, or just coming off and becoming guns. But you can take these two guns here out, and they can. Well, let's show this off first. If you take this piece here and fold this out, you can collapse this around, flip this handle out, and then you rotate these pieces down like so, and then fold these up, and then this little yellow piece folds up like that, and then you can just slot this into his hand right here, and that forms his big cannon. And then you can take this piece, and this does not work very well, and you can just kind of slot it over his arm here, and that kind of forms like a shield-esque thing. And, you know, he doesn't look too bad. I'm not a huge fan of that look, because like I said, I prefer fold this up, fold these back, fold this back out, slap this all together, and then you can take there's a port right here, and you can plug that right into his back right here, and then that's much more of a G1 accurate look right there. So really like that. And then you can take the pistols here, and they just kind of slide in the hand. It's a little funky because the handles have 2 little notches in them, one on each side, and he's got the notch cut on one of his hands, but not in the thumb, so it kind of has to go in at a weird angle. But once you get it in there, he holds them incredibly well. I mean, just like so. And just like so. And there you go. Brawl in his robot mode with his pistols and his backpack like he's supposed to have. And yeah, this guy, oh man, this guy makes up for everything that was wrong with the Blastoff figure. He is, in my opinion, just a damn near perfect Brawl. I would almost say he's masterpiece quality. The plastic's really top notch. I did notice the little stress marks in the hands because of the way those ports plug in. So I'm probably going to shave off one of the slots on one side so that it slides in a little easier for him. But I mean, this guy he just screams G1 Brawl with very little Neo look to him. I mean, and this head sculpt is just incredible. I mean, that just looks exactly like Brawl. I love how the treads are up on his shoulders. You can have the turret on his back. His legs are, a section of the treads as well. I mean, this guy's just, he's incredible. He's a great figure. I really dig him a lot. So let's Poseability. Head is on a ball joint, so it gets a good range of motion there. Shoulders can rotate up and down. When they do, there's a little tech parts in there. They can also swivel around. The turret, while it's on the back, really gets in the way, but it does go all the way around if you have the turret off. There's a bicep swivel, bends at the elbow. Hand does rotate, and then the fingers, the 4 fingers can move in and out. He has waist swivel. Hips can go up, down, in, out. Universal joint there. Looks like mine's there's a little crack going on in there. I'm gonna have to take that apart and see if I can fix that. Swivels at the thigh, bends at the knee, and the way it bends at the knee, you can see like there's no point where it's like not detailed while it's moving. So foot does have a tilt to it. It does move up and down. So does the heel spur. And yeah, all in all, he's a pretty solid figure. So for size comparisons, here he is next to the Seeker mold, who comes up to about mid-chest. So that's, he's definitely bigger than a deluxe. Let's see here. guys next to the Voyager Prime. And Prime is just a hair shorter than Brawl there. Here he is next to Blast Off. So those guys are just about exactly the same height. And here is the iGear Seeker, who is almost a head taller than them. His head comes up to right about his nose, so well, about half a head taller. And that looks like a pretty good scale to me. Starscream should be flanked by his brigade. So all in all, yeah, well, the arms are kind of a nuisance because they're locking there really tight. I'm gonna have to see if I can't find a way to loosen that up. And this leg has a crack in it. I'm sure that's just quality control. I'm sure if I take that apart, I'll figure out what's going on with that. But all in all, this figure shows definite improvements over Blast Off here. You can hear like more of a solid plastic there. And that one's a little bit more hollow. So, they really, I think they really stepped up their game and fixed a lot of issues with him. To the point where if I hear that they're doing a second production run of this guy, and if I find out if they are fixing some of the quality control issues with him, I'll probably end up buying a new one. Because now, after him, I'm definitely getting more Warbotron. I think they are the new up and coming. If this is any indication, they are the new up and coming third party combiner team guys. I mean, I like Blast Off. But he had so many quality control issues that I was a little disappointed, or I was really disappointed. But yeah, he, on the other hand, he's got a couple quality control issues, but overall, the look, the aesthetics, the feel, the plastic quality, the weight, I'm gonna say this is a really good figure. I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. You know, I know he's got some quality control issues, and those could be fixed, but you know, I could also email Big Bad Toy Store and be like, hey, this guy's got problems. But the arms is the big thing, because those things are really, really difficult to get out once they're locked in there properly. So just be wary of that. And other than that, I recommend this guy. I do. And again, you know, this is just the individual robots. This is not combined mode. Just the one robot as is, tank to robot. So I do recommend him. I still don't recommend him, but maybe with the second production run, they'll get fixes in there. So yeah, there you go. Transformers, Warbotron 4, I think he is. Heavy Noise, aka Brawl. And he just looks like Brawl. I really like that figure. I'm very satisfied customer here.